Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Breakfast Television. Right now, you're looking at a bike that may be familiar to you, and we're live with Matthew Cuesta, who rode 46 kilometers for 46 days to honor 46 years of George Floyd's life. And we're meeting with you now about a year later. You did this to spark uncomfortable conversations about racism. How are you feeling today, a year later, Matthew?
I'm feeling optimistic. We spoke yesterday, and I was saying that there's change coming. But there's also, setbacks. So it's a slow progress, but there is progress being made, especially with the conviction of Derek Chauvin and, the other officers that are going to be put on trial.
And when that was announced and when that came out, how did that make you feel? Because I know you've experienced racism firsthand, and you've had, been scared by being pulled over by the police for no reason. How did that make you feel?
It felt good, to be honest. Like I said, we were speaking yesterday, and I was surprised by the guilty verdict, because all we've ever seen was not guilty.
Yeah.
So to be guilty on all three counts brought some sort of hope that the country and the world is going in the right direction.
And speaking of the right direction, tell me why you chose to ride your bike. Why did you choose to do this?
I've always been an active person, and I'm thinking back a year later, I was thinking, how do I correlate the two? And
yeah,
what I stress last year was, getting uncomfortable, and you have to go past pain thresholds in order to make any sort of change. That's included in the mental space. If you want to lose weight, you have to go past pain. You have to get past that threshold to make sort of change. And it's the same in the mental space. You have to get uncomfortable, have uncomfortable conversations with others and yourself in order to make that change. So that's how I kind of turned the emotional pain into something physical.
And what was that like? What was that journey like for you? Because you were saying, you are not a cyclist. This is not what you do. You took this on for this.
Back then I wasn't a cyclist. I'm
now
full-blown cyclist now. I mean, I was a gym rat before, and COVID hit, and like a lot of people, I already had a bike, but I started getting more into it, and the journey was incredible. To see the last ride and the community come out and everybody support each other was amazing.
Speaking of the community, the outreach has been incredible, and you have touched people with this hashtag across the world. So what does that response mean to you? How does that make you feel?
It feels great. It feels good that people are, like I said, having uncomfortable conversations, doing their own 46, coming together. Up until last week, I had work colleagues telling me that they're still having uncomfortable conversations. The support from the city in terms of bike donations have been great. We have shops like Bateman's, Races Sportif, the 11 helping out and coming together and providing bikes to BIPOC youth. That's another thing that's come out of it as well. So it's been great.
That's what I was just going to say. So where are you at now? Because there's so many different things that you're tapped into. And this isn't even your full-time job. This guy's a really busy guy, and you go out of your way to help and to make a difference, and you are. So tell me about the initiatives that you're working on, charity organizations that you've been a part of.
I've partnered with a charity called Quebeca. They're based out of South Africa, and they provide bikes to families. Right now they're providing frontline workers bikes to get to work. So this year I'll be fundraising for them. I've partnered with a movement in Toronto called GLE Movement, which will provide bikes to youth. So right now the focus for the Toronto community is providing bikes, helmets, and safety equipment and training through Velo Color. They'll be helping with training as well. So it's just
That's
getting
awesome, because it's not something that's accessible, and that I think a lot of people take for granted. You don't realize it's an expensive hobby sport. It's not everyone has access to that.
Really, people can't even find bikes under $1,000 now.
Yeah.
So I mean, to provide bikes, especially to kids.
Yeah.
Especially with the pandemic, we were talking earlier. It's hard being inside. So to get people outside and kids outside is going to be great.
That's awesome. So where can people find more information or support you if they want to?
They can go to 46forgeorge.com or on Instagram, KWESTUH, and reach out. And if you have a bike to donate, or if you're in need of a bike, 17 and under for BIPOC youth, reach out and we can see what we can do.
And you have a new challenge that you're setting for yourself now. Just when you think that that's not enough, you up the ante. What's the new challenge?
I'm trying to ride 460 kilometers in one day in support of Quebeca.
And that is, hold on, Yeah, that would take approximately, you're saying 16 hours of riding your bike.
Yeah, 16 hours. We got to see how it goes. I'm not going to do it in a loop because I think I'll go a little crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the goal this year, with support from all those bike shops. UNC is a cycling club that came out of United Nations of Cyclists, came out of 46 for George last year too.
It's amazing.
So it's bringing the community together, and hopefully we can all come together and ride for a cause.
Absolutely. Well, we support you as well.
Thank you.
Wish you the best of luck. It was so nice to see you, and can't wait to see you accomplish it, because we know that you will.
Appreciate it, Nicole.
All right, take
Thank you.
care. Don't go anywhere. We have lots more Breakfast Television when we come back right after the break.